Hi, my name is Ina, and today I am addressing how to treat pests when you have pests in your orchid collection or maybe just in one single orchid. That would be much easier. That's not my case. I will tell you what is happening to my collection, how I intend to treat the pests that I have currently, and I will show you myself treating some of the orchids if this is the type of content that you would like to see. Stay here with me and let's start. If you are here on this channel for a while, you probably know that I have been fighting pests for, I don't know, at least for the last 2 years. The thing is, I had a massive infestation of thrips. I will link some videos down below. I did buy a stick pesticide. I was able to control it at least. Don't know if I still have some, but not the same amount of thrips that I had once in my life. So if you want to know a little bit more about thrips, I'll link these videos down below. What I noticed lately is that something else was happening to my orchids. I don't know if it was something that came with a new orchid. I think it was. I think I had an infestation of spider mite as well because of the way that the leaves were. So I don't know if I have a good example here, but let me try to find it. Yeah, maybe this one is a good example. Okay, I will give you some close-ups soon. So when you look underneath the leaves and you notice that they start to become like opaque in color, like, I don't know how to explain. I used to have more footage and it used to be worse than it is now. The point is, one more infestation. Again, time to treat my plants. I did try with natural oils and natural pesticides, but they were not really getting rid of the whole issue that I have at the moment. And I don't have energy to keep trying to clean my collection, not resolving it. I'm losing some plants. Some of other orchids are not blooming. So I have cattleyas here that are not blooming and other plants as well. They are clearly struggling. So if you notice signs of discoloration on the leaves, spotting on your leaves, weird spots on the flowers, maybe distorted flowers and leaves, sometimes even distorted roots, all of these could be signs of pests. There are different pests that can attack orchids and they will all have some different signs. But in my collection right now, what you see is a little bit of a discoloration in some of the leaves. And it mainly attacks, I think, my cattleyas and my oncidiums more than most of the other orchids. Phalaenopsis are not struggling that much, not either vandas, they don't feel, so they are not attacked by pests, which is great. I have already treated past part of my collection, especially some houseplants that I like, and the underneath of the leaves, they were horrible. Basically, the spider mites were killing them, so I isolated them, I cleaned them, and they are sitting in my bathroom at the moment. So this is the part of the collection that are doing the best, and it's just a few plants. Why I took so long to finally spray everything? Because I didn't have time before, and it's such a time-consuming task because some oncidiums, they have a ton of leaves, some orchids are larger than others, and on top of that, pesticides, they are toxic as well, so you need to be careful, especially inside our homes. So for the task today, I will wear some gears, I have gloves, I have masks, I will use everything because it can affect your lungs. I don't want to do that, especially because I know these are toxic substances. I would prefer not to use them. On the other hand, it's very, very hard to keep my collection clean and safe. My plants are struggling and it's a lot of money between cleaning them, even with natural pesticides, then the pests are there, they're still there, then you start losing your plants and start to save them. I don't have energy. Just to let you know, here's a caveat. If you have just 2 orchids or 3, you might never ever encounter any pests, or maybe you encounter there are some pests that are easier to clean than others. And if you have a small collection, they won't spread as much as well. So it's easier for you to use maybe natural pesticides. When you have a larger collection, especially buying new orchids that come from garden centers and placed around, It's very easy for a plant to come and have one tiny pest that you didn't see. This pest will go and will spread pretty quickly across the collection. Something that I think most of us will face while growing our plants is to have some pests, because these are living beings and we have insects that love to munch on them. So I'm talking here specifically about insects, but there are other type of issues that we have as well with our plants. And that's the second thing that I'm facing as well. This is a massive fungi infection that are attacking some of my orchids, especially the leaves. I can see that the fungus is destroying. It's a white fungus, and then start to have this, how am I gonna put that? Discoloration on the leaves, and start to attack some of my plants as well. So I need to buy a systemic fungicide to clean these plants. I'll do that in the following week. I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody talking about it. It's normal to see some fungus inside our potting mix, but not on the plant itself. It's the first time that I'm dealing with that, but it's pretty bad because I can see that they destroy the plants. So that's the second type of infection that I have to battle soon. I'm going to give you some close-ups of the things that are happening here now, and hopefully you'll be able to see. Let me come close. It's quite difficult to focus, but I hope you can see this type of coloration here, the color here, and just spreading across the plant. This is definitely a sign of pest. Let me show you others. Can you see here? This is also some sign of pest. This yellowing here. Something was munching some different sections of my plant. The same thing. Can you see this like orangey here, brownish, bronzy markings? There's another sign of pest. Again, same thing. All these ugly markings. The oncidiums are the one that has been the most affected, but I do have other orchids that are being affected as well. This is one of these super sensitive oncidiums, and like Miltoniopsis, for example. This is not a Miltoniopsis, but look at this. Can you see all these brown markings? This is all sign of pest, and I do believe this is spider mites. I'm not sure. Please correct me if you think I'm wrong. It's okay. Never had a huge infestation of spider mite. There we go. Horrible. And let's show you an example with a thick leaf type of orchid. That's one bulbophyllum. Can you see that? My bulbophyllum has never been attacked, but it was very close to the oncidium that was suffering, so that's the result. Pretty sad. Now, just to show you some examples of fungus that are attacking some of my plants. This is the fungus on the Cattleya. No, it's not an insect. It's a white mold. This is also white mold on my Vanda. The Vandaceas has been, most of them affected by white mold. Pretty sad. So for these ones, I need to spray something different. So that's for some examples of what's going on in my collection. And when we have something spread that has spread like that, we need to treat the whole collection. I have 2 bottles of pesticide that I don't know if it will be enough or not. So what I'm going to do today and tomorrow, I'm taking a day off from my full-time job just to treat my plants. I will start with my oncidiums and other plants that are suffering the most. And I will leave Phalaenopsis and Vandaceas, orchids, and some others to the end, just to make sure that I have enough pesticide to treat everyone, because otherwise I would spend all this time and not having enough time to do everything, or maybe not enough pesticide. If I don't have enough tomorrow, I can buy some, But just to let you know, if you have plants that are in bloom at the moment, there is a greater chance that the pesticides will kill the blooms of your orchids, just to let you know. So if the plant's not being heavily affected, or if you think the plant's not affected, it's a little bit isolated, you can save your flowers. But if you have something that's like what is happening with me, I kind of need to treat it. I need to focus on the plants, on the growths of my plants instead of the flowers at the moment, unfortunately. But that's it. So let's go to the room where I'm gonna actually work on these plants, start spraying them. Exciting! So before I move to the cleaning part, how I'm gonna clean the plants, this is my shelving. You have seen that before. So I will try to grab most of the plants from this shelving here in total. But as I said, mostly oncidiums and plants that has been heavily affected by the pests. So Phalaenopsis, for instance, they will keep here. Big vandas, they will also be here because I don't see any pest sign at the moment. And I will leave it. I will spray some orchids, the amount of orchids that fits inside my tub, and I leave them dry. Then I will come and collect more pests. Oh my gosh, come and collect more orchids. So I will start moving them now, and then let's discuss which pesticide I'm gonna use and how I intend to spray them. So this is my buff, and I filled as much as I could. I haven't watered these plants yet, so that's why they are wet. I managed to do it before spraying them. As you can see, I have a few here. It's a mix of different orchids, including oncidiums, cattleyas, dendrobiums. And how I'm gonna do it, not only they are here, but also I have the windows open, very important. As I said, these are toxic substance. On top of that, I'm wearing a pair of gloves, and also I have a mask here. Not the most adequate mask, but that's what I have. And talking about how I'm going to spray the orchids, I have here, by the way, I am not earning anything with this product. It's just a product that I found at the local garden center. It's houseplant bug killer. I have no idea which substance it's using, but it is a pesticide. So please read the instructions, but also says, be careful with children around, do not breathe the spray, use only outdoors in a well-ventilated area, and all the things like avoid contact with skin. So as you can see, it is a toxic substance. What I do have as well, I have, this one is child and pet safe. This is a natural type of pesticide. I might spray some of my plants after they have been treated with that as well, but I can use it just as a way to keep my plants kind of cleaner, but not to treat when we have an infection. Now I'll start spraying everything. It might take me 2 days to finish spraying all my collection. Fingers crossed, my plant will be much healthier after that. So because I forgot to mention, when you are spraying oncidiums and other orchids as well with pests, we need to spray both sides of the leaves. We need to spray the upper side and also the back side of the leaves, and in between the pseudobulbs as well, because pests, they can hide in everywhere around our plant. So that's why it's also a very time-consuming task, because we need to make sure that we have sprayed the whole plant. So guys, that was it. I want to show you how I intend to clean my collection, what's going on with my plants, and that's also one of the reasons why I'm avoiding buying new plants, because the moment they arrive at my home, they will probably be infested with some pests as well, and it will take a while for me to get through the whole collection. Fingers crossed this treatment will work, and I will definitely update you in the future. Let me know if you struggle with pests as well. What is happening with your collection? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel because it does help a lot. And I hope to see you next time. Pest free. Okay, that's us. Everything. Bye bye.